6 years ago, when the market was ripping through all-time highs, I did what most retail traders do. I tried to top take the market. I shorted constantly and got burned and blew account after account after account and eventually lost all my life savings. Fast forward to today, I've completely flipped the script. Instead of fighting the trend, I've learned how to ride those massive breakouts using precise and repeatable setups. The turning point for me was discovering the manipulation candle, which reveals the real intention of smart money. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact rule-based system that I use to take these trades. Zero discretion, it's 100% mechanical and removes all the guesswork. If you are tired of getting caught on the wrong side of explosive moves, this is for you. So before we dive in, a quick heads up, trading involves significant risk and isn't suitable for everyone, and most retail traders' accounts lose money. And I'm not a financial advisor, and this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only, and never trade with money you can't afford to lose. So first of all, let me show you the top-down analysis that you will need in order to make sure that you are, first of all, riding the trend to your all-time highs and getting the precise entries on the lower time frames. 80% of you are not subscribed to our channel. It's free. Just like, subscribe. Were you also trying to top tick the market and to revenge trade just like me? Let me know in the comments. So what you can see right here, I have some red candlesticks, right? So my bullish candles are blue, my bearish ones are white, and I have some red candles in there. That's basically our custom indicator, which shows the manipulation candle. Okay, so let's talk about the manipulation candle. It's a candle that takes out the low and the high of a previous candle, and in a bullish scenario closes above the wick of the previous candlestick. Right here, basically, you can see that perfect. And also here, and here is a bearish example, right? So you get the point. Why is this candle so strong? Because right here within this previous candlestick, what's gonna happen is there are going to be buyers and sellers position, right, to either go to the upside, to the downside, continue this bearish trend, right, that we had before these all-time highs, right? And then we'll also have some early buyers. So what's happening when this manipulation candle prints? When it takes out the low, it stops out early buyers who put their stop below that candle, and then it will also trigger breakout sellers. So sellers who want this move to continue to the downside. So that's why this candle is so powerful, because right here below that low is where the biggest manipulation happens. Quick break here, guys. Most of you are prop firm traders, and today's sponsor is Prop Firm Match, a platform where you can compare different evaluations of different prop firms and see all the rules at one place, and also choose between the platforms you can trade on. In this way, you can easily choose which evaluation suits you the best. And on top of that, you can get huge discounts and loyalty points if you use Prop Firm Match. So if you are interested, check it out with the link in the description. And then the second biggest manipulation is when we break above that high. So what happens? All these sellers have to close out their short positions, and that will fuel the move to the upside even more, because they have to buy back their position to exit their shorts. That's exactly what happens within this manipulation candle. And this manipulation candle is the origin of every big move in the market. Okay, we can see here multiple times the move to the all-time highs was supported by manipulation candles. And also right here, you can see it again. Last year's tariff wars, right? Manipulation candle, another manipulation candle, and the move just got supported with the manipulation candles. So now we have another leg to the upside with new all-time highs. Now we'll go down to the lower time frames, and I'll show you how I frame my trades and be able to take those breakout setups. If you want to know my exact framework, how I went from inconsistent and unprofitable to consistently profitable, I will be be doing a complete masterclass on May 27th. This is going to be completely for free. Make sure you register with the link in the description. So now we are on the 4-hour time frame, and you can see the exact same thing again. Another bullish MC right here, another one here, also bullish MC here and here. So you get the point, right? And yes, it's not gonna work every time, right? So full transparency, but the win rate is extremely high. And this is just going to be used for the overall direction and to get into the setups. So same thing on the 1-hour time frame. You can see it here again and then again, how the MCs are supporting the up move. So that's going to be very, very crucial. So now we are on the 50-minute time frame, okay? And this is going to be the time frame that we're going to be using the most. And you can see how the manipulation candles are supporting price again and again and again, okay? And now I will show you exactly how I frame my trades, how I get into these explosive moves that happen when we are trading at all-time highs. So what I use on a daily basis for my trading is the volume profile and some key levels printed by the market. Okay, so this is with my proprietary indicator, but if you don't have it, don't worry, you can use the fixed range volume profile right here. I'll let it start from 6 p.m. of the previous day until the current market. And now let's just talk about two different scenarios that can happen when we are at all-time highs. The first scenario is we are already pushing up on the previous sessions and we have already taken out the previous day high, so printed a new all-time high already before market open. Second scenario is we range within the previous sessions. Okay, I will show you an example of that as well, and then we will be able to take this move from the bottom. Okay, so basically two setups, fake outs and breakouts. Fake outs to the downside where we want to position ourselves in the longs. So basically just like this one, we build up a range, we push up, and then we come down, we get a pullback right here. As you can see, we get the manipulation candle and then we go up and up and up. So this is the second one, which is the fake out. And this one right here is going to be the breakout scenario. Two setups, fake out or breakout. And I'll show you exactly how to get into those with an extremely high win rate. So right here, what we can see with the volume profile is the following. We are at the point of control and the weekly value area high. And it's always a good sign that we are building value above the value area high, because that means higher prices are being accepted by market participants. Most of the time, that is an extremely bullish sign. So now we are just waiting for market to open and for our entry model to print with the manipulation candle. So here on the 5-minute time frame, as you can see, and my proprietary indicator gives me the long as well. So right here, we take out the previous session low, manipulate to the downside. So everyone who was trying to short the all-time high, just like me a few years ago, got trapped right here, right? And then they got stopped out. And them getting stopped out fueled this move even more. And that's why it pushed with extreme momentum. And then what's another confirmation? We are closing above the previous day's high. So now this gives me a really, really solid entry opportunity. And then you just enter right there and then know exactly that's not what we are going to do. We always need a plan. So what's the plan? Right here, when it was saying TP, that was my 1-to-1. And the 1-to-1 is very crucial. Why? Because that is going to be my break-even point. So when the price hits the 1-to-1, that's the exact point I will move my stop loss to my entry point. And then my full target will be the 1-to-2. So now I have another manipulation candle printing right here, retesting the previous day's high, closing above the value area high, as you guys can see right here. And what's crucial, we are accepting higher prices, okay? And this is shown by this high volume node. Look at this. There's a lot of volume being transacted, which means this is price acceptance by big institutions. So now this is your second entry. And again, when you hit the 1-to-1, you'll go break even, and then you'll target the complete 1-to-2. And then there is your 1-to-1 on both setups. There is your 1-to-2 on the first setup, and there's your 1-to-2 on the first one. And within this video, I will also show you the exact stats, the win rates, how many trades you can get with this exact framework. Okay, so just stick with me and try to understand the model. So now let me show you the second trade example right here. Okay, so first of all, what we can see is that we have pushed through the previous day's high, right? It says PDH, right? Previous day's high. And we're seeing again that the price is being accepted by big institutions, and we can see this by the volume profile. Otherwise, we will be all the way down here, and we are still pushing up to new all-time highs. We're coming back, and now this is going to be 930 on the 5-minute time frame. So right here, what you can see is that we are rejecting from the point of control. Again, what happens? We take out the previous session's low, and then we close above the previous candle's high. This is your entry trigger. So where are we rejecting from? Exactly from this high volume node. We're rejecting from the highest high volume node of the day. So this means everyone is interested in buying or selling at this price point. And right at these points is where smart money, big institutions are going to go ham and are going to fill in their orders. And with this manipulation, you get the exact entry trigger that you need for high probability setups. So again, what did we say? We go into this trade right when this manipulation candle closes, right? And then we put our stop loss below the candle and we target a 1-to-2. Remember, at 1-to-1, we will go break even. So right here, the 1-to-1 got hit. So we are already at break even. But what I want to show you is, can you see the difference now in this high volume node and this one right here? During the main New York session, which starts with 9:30, market is accepting higher and higher prices. Value is being built at higher price points, which is an extremely bullish sign again. And that's why when I'm in my trades and when I'm making my analysis, I'm always checking how the volume profile is developing. You just have to put it on extend right with these settings and you're good to go. And just watch how volume is being built on the profile. And right here, we are now at the value area high. And this is now the breaking point. Are we going to push through the value area high or are we going to reject? Okay, that's the main question now, but we are at break even, so we don't risk anything. Worst case scenario, we'll make some fees back. Best case, we made pool R. So price pulls back from the value area high, and then a clean move to the upside where we hit our 1-to-2. And as you can see, again, the value is shifting higher and higher. The point of control is going up and up and up. I want to be very transparent with you. With this exact framework, you won't have the 100% win rate. And with our proprietary indicator, it's being backtested constantly. Right here, you can see the win rate. This is being calculated in real time. Usually, throughout the week on one asset, you'll get 3 to 5 setups. What I want to show you is the win rate is extremely high. It doesn't make sense to try to top take the market when we are at all-time highs. Just trust the trend and go with the trend. Let me show you an example how you can play the shorts when we are at all-time highs. As you can see right here, we had some very nice moves. We talked about this trade already. And then we started ranging. This is a range of 2 to 3 days, guys. Okay, so what I do with these kind of ranges is I just start the fixed range volume profile whenever we start to range and then extend it to the right. So when I'm seeing this volume profile, and if you have watched my volume profile masterclass, you will notice this is a P-shaped volume profile. So this is actually a very bullish volume profile. But if you know how to use it, then you'll be able to take the breakouts and also the breakdown. So now on this day, what can we see? So first of all, structure is bearish, right? And when we go on the 1 hour time frame, we can see that yes, the MC supported this move to the upside, and now we have another bullish MC after this move right here. This is now the crucial point. When we go to market open, we have to look exactly what the daily profile is doing and where we are within the overall profile of this range. Okay, so again, I'll go to 6 p.m. and then mark out the volume profile. And here you can now see the B-shaped volume profile. If you watch my masterclass, you will know exactly that this is a bearish sign. And where are we constantly rejecting from? First of all, the previous day low, the point of control, and we have the value area high of this profile right here, and the value area low of the range profile right in here. Okay, now I want you to watch these levels very precisely. And remember guys, whenever we are ranging at highs, this is a bullish sign. Whenever we are ranging at lows, this is a bearish sign, because that shows acceptance. Acceptance is the most important thing we have to focus on. We are seeing acceptance through the volume profile. Look at this day. No acceptance at highs, but a lot of acceptance at lows. And this is the main difference. So now we'll go to market open, okay? And you can see this is now market open. It attempted to make a manipulation candle. It took out the high, took out the low, but nothing as of now. Again, we are closely watching these levels. So now I drop down to the 3-minute time frame. You can see the 3-minute has a low win rate as well. But what I want to see is what the market is doing at these levels specifically. And what I'm seeing is I'm getting a manipulation candle exactly from that weekly open. You can see how the value area low shifted to the downside of this entire range, and the value area high of today came down as well. And then when I see that we are closing back below the previous day low, after taking out the session's highs, etc., tapping into weekly open, and then closing below the point of control of today as well, this is my sign to go in short. And yes, I'm being completely transparent with you guys. These are riskier moves, right? Because we want to position ourselves with the overall trend. But these are positions that you can take maybe once a week with some clear structure, right? It's very clear. We are retesting the P. So this is not a fake breakdown anymore, because value is being built, okay? I want you to focus on that. As you can see right here, we're pushing up, pushing down, and eventually price goes to our target. But before that, we would have gotten stopped out at break even. So I wanted to show you these kind of things as well. It can happen that you are going to get stopped out at break even. There's no problem with that. But the analysis was correct. We retested the previous day low once more and then drop it from there. So before I end this video, I want to give you some very useful tips on how to trade at all-time highs. First of all, always remember the trend is your best friend. I would rather take all the wins throughout the all-time highs, right? Always longing, taking the fake outs, taking the breakouts, and always trying to look for longs. So I had a very high win rate. And when the longs don't work out anymore, when that reversal happens, and I'll take a stop or maybe two, but the trades that I've taken before that will make up for those losses, and I will have a chunk of profits already secured. That's why I just stopped looking for reversals. I would describe myself as a trend following trader. I would recommend you the same thing. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. Make sure to like and subscribe. It's free. And I'll see you in the next one.